Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Joey Paisano and this is Joey's Wine Ride. Today we're going to wrap up our Summer Sipper Series 2014 just for you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about stuff that we tasted. That's everything that I've got here. And tell you what might be paired with it pretty well. And give you everybody's kind of thoughts, within reason of course. Hopefully you had a chance to hang out with us, taste a little bit as you go, maybe pick up some of this stuff. Hopefully you learned a little something too. I know I had a good amount of fun. Hopefully my guests had some fun too. So here we go. First we have the 2011 Grillo. That is from Sicily. Then we did the Secondia Vinho Verde. That's from Portugal. Then we had the Folegro. That is Italian. Then we had the Braganza Albarino from Spain. We had the Skeleton Grüner Veltliner, that is from Austria. We had the Yalumba Viognier from South Australia. Australia, that's the same. We had the Monkey Bay Sauvignon Blanc, and twice, we had the Toad Hollow Risqué. We did it twice because I kind of did two sessions. I wanted to wrap up with the Toad Hollow on the first session, and then we came back to it again on the second session. So we really had two sessions but tasted all these great wines. So a couple things to remember. So the Grillo, that did come with a cork. The Secondia, the Albarino, the Grüner Veltliner, Skeleton, the Yalumba, and the Monkey Bay Viognier and Sauvignon Blanc all came with stubborn enclosures. There you go. Everything else, not so much. So what we've got here, we have again, start off with the Grillo. Excellent, excellent choice. As a matter of fact, I won't tell you yet. This is going to go really well on a hot summer's evening, which is why we did this as a Summer Sipper Series. It's going to be pretty good with some fish, maybe a little bit heavier stuff. Might even go with a lightish red sauce, something that's got maybe a little something to it. The Secondia Vinho Verde, kind of green, so there's a slight green tinge to it. Not in a bad way, but definitely green fruit. This one and the others that have the Stelvin enclosure, it's going to be really kind of cool to take on a picnic because you don't have to worry about a corkscrew. Screws right off, right? And then we had the Folegro, the Italian. Excuse me, losing my voice. The Italian Folegro, that one is a 2012. Again, it's going to be what you would probably think of Italian, light Italian fare. So maybe a shrimp scampi, things like that, a little bit lighter. Certainly some cheeses in the mix as well. The Braganza Albarino, beautiful, beautiful area of Spain. This one really is going to go exceptionally well with seafood. And why? A lot of seafood in Spain, but not just the normal, scallops and whatnot. Something like, and I mentioned it, actually had pulpa, which is Spanish. Sorry, somebody's trying to sing. Pulpa is octopus with a little bit of oil and sea salt. Fantastic. This is going to go excellent with that. Grüner Veltliner from Austria. Austria not typically known for their wines, although this one is excellent. And this one, for me, really good. And you'll notice this bottle looks a little bit different than the rest of them. Everything with the exception of the Grüner Veltliner. The Skeleton is a 750 or 750 milliliters. This one is a 1 liter. So bang for your buck. This all came in at the same price point, or very close. This one you actually get a little bit more for the same price. Could be the deciding factor. Besides, kind of got a cool label. Yalumba, good stuff as well. This one I really like. This is what Viognier in general is one of my favorites for summer sipper wine. You can use it with, green fruits, so like pear and apple and stuff like that. Hang out, have a little something. Light cheese is going to go great with that. The Monkey Bay from New Zealand, still good. Everything was great. This one, I have to admit, not really my favorite, but that's okay. Everybody's got a different taste, right? And this one is a perennial favorite here, the Risqué. Since we tasted it twice, we got very differing views of it. We tasted it right in here on the first session, and it was good. It was received well. Obviously it has great packaging and all of that, so it's resealable. But because of the way we tasted it, I didn't do my homework. I should have tasted them in probably a different order. This was somewhat random. When you do this at home, make sure you do a little homework and read up on the stuff. Say, oh, okay, this is going to be a little bit sharper, this is going to be a little bit lighter, this is going to be a little bit heavier, and work your way up always from light and or sweet to the heavier stuff. So arguably this one should have been first. It wasn't. That's okay. But when we tasted it the second time, it opened up a touch more, but the second time we tasted, also different people, it had a much, much more of a raisin and honey feel to it. This is going to be something that's going to be fun for celebrating. You know what? The sweetness on this could even go well with a birthday celebration dessert, something like that. So Joey, you're asking yourself, Joey, what happened? What was number one as far as our scoring goes? Well, you know what? We scored it based on everybody else's thoughts. I decided, since I'm the one who bought all this stuff and picked it up, I wasn't going to vote. So I didn't vote. But across the board, I'm still not going to tag them. Did find out as we were tasting things and sharing notes and sharing thoughts and all that stuff, it's very interesting that the ladies liked some things that the guys didn't like as much, and the guys really liked a couple things that the girls didn't necessarily like so much. Definitely goes to show you're not typically going to be able to please everybody all the time. It is certainly a stereotype that women prefer whites and men prefer reds. Frankly, it's a bunch of crap. It's not the case at all. For me, it's what am I having for dinner? Frankly, what's the weather like? What do I like? What am I having? Who am I hanging out with? That kind of stuff. So here we go. This was number one. Across the board, the Grillo, which happened to be the first one, the Grillo did exceptionally well. It's going to be a good all-around wine, and we did find out that some of these are more inclined to be just by themselves. So, Grillo, number one, 2 thumbs up from Sicily. Don't forget it. I do want to give a special shout out to all my guests who are here. Thank you so much for being here. That would be Sarah and Rochelle and Lorraine and Melissa and Chrissy and Alyssa and Rachel and John and Vinny and Bobby and who can forget Jeno. Jeno's a rock star. She had to work and do some other stuff, but she showed up anyway. We love everybody. Special, of course, shout out to those who have left us too soon. Kind of dedicate this whole series to the wonderful Cat, also to Dr. Toad, Charlie, Robin, anybody else out there who, when you think of a good time and having a great, beautiful heart, those are the people you want to remember when you're doing stuff like this. One last thing, and I will shut up and get out of your way. Please, 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 always remember to be safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of others. Peace.